Oh, there we go. All right. Got some funky hair stuff going on. Whatever. Welcome, you guys. Welcome back to our daily live feed. As always, if you'd like to come work with me, suitsandposing.com is where you have to go. We do hair, makeup, suits, and posing, all the fun stuff when it comes to competing. We are live both here on Instagram and on YouTube right now. So either platform works. We are trying to get everybody to move over to YouTube so that we can have full functionality over there. We're getting close. I feel like my mic might not be working on YouTube right now. Let me see. Because it's not doing anything. Hello. If you are on YouTube right now, which we have about 5 of you on here right now, tell me if you can hear me, because I'm not seeing anything registering for my mic. You can? Okay. All right, cool. Usually I have a little bar that tells me that it's working, but I guess it's not going to work. As long as you can hear me, that's what matters. Welcome, you guys. We're going to give it another minute for people to get logged on, because this is the start of the new season, you guys. This is the start. And yes, I'm drinking coffee at 8:15 at night. Don't judge me. Welcome, guys. Okay, so let's get started on this topic this evening. So tonight, this week in particular, is the start of the new season. Hey, what's up? If you are on Instagram and you have capabilities of going onto YouTube, please switch over to YouTube for me. Must be, I am in prep, yes. Coffee at 8 o'clock at night means you're in prep. Absolutely. Yeah, I have my coffee here too. And for those of you that don't know, I'm a big Office fan, so I don't know if you can see that. I know it's probably backwards, but it says that's what by she. So those of you that are Office fans will understand it. Those of you that aren't, you got to start watching The Office. That's all. I've seen every episode like 15 times. Anyways, so yes, this week is really the kickoff of the new season. Now, we've only had one pro show. Most everybody kind of takes time off through the holidays, things like that. And so the Arnold is what actually kicks off the entire year, right? I have been going to the Arnold since 2010. So I've missed a couple of years in between there and stuff, but I go pretty much every year. I didn't go in 2020 because that's when everything shut down from COVID. That's literally actually the week of the Arnold is when everything got shut down. Everything. So we didn't know what was going on. So that was a messed up year. It was just a messed up year. But I went this past year, which was September. And now we have it again here in March. I can't comment if I'm on YouTube from my phone unless I'm missing something. You're probably missing something because everybody else can comment. So I don't know. Might be just a setting you have or something. I don't know. Or if you're not subscribed, I don't know. Maybe you have to be subscribed. I don't know. Everybody else is commenting. But yeah, so the Arnold is really what sets off the whole year, right? Not just in the IFBB, but there's a lot of other sports and things like that show up too. They have lots of championships going on and things. So it's a whole lot of fun just to see those other things too. There's powerlifting, strongman, there's all sorts of stuff going on, right? Wrestling, they've got freaking pole championships, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, make sure you're logged into YouTube. Yes, I'm driving home from the gym, so I can't switch over right now. Okay. So with that, if you've never been to the Arnold before, I do recommend going. I've talked to a lot of people about how that's kind of the first major show that they go to that really introduces them to the fitness industry in general, right? And it's really cool because even if you're not the bodybuilder type, there's plenty of things there for everybody to get involved in and have some fun with. So there's that. Plus, it's a great opportunity to get into a big expo and see what those are all about too. There's just a whole bunch of stuff going on the whole weekend, and it's a lot of fun. People go and train at the gyms up there. They go do photo shoots. They go do all this stuff. You get to meet the people that you watch online every day, right? So the Arnold is one of those big fitness expos that you need to experience for yourself at some point or another in your life, right? This past year, when they had it in September, it was a little bit different because they didn't have a big expo and things like that, because they were just trying to get one done because of all the things shutting down and all that kind of stuff. But it was still a lot of fun, and it was still just as special. We had Jasmine in that one. That was our first sponsored pro that we put into a Arnold. And now we have Devin going into the very first ever Wellness International, which is going to be awesome. I can't wait to see her up there. She looks phenomenal. Can't wait to see her up on stage. I'm going to get as close to the stage as I can to get video, do my best. And if you're not going this year, get the pay-per-view, right? I tell people this kind of thing all the time. So if you're not going to a show, another way that you can support the show if you're not there in person is by purchasing the pay-per-view, right? The pay-per-view for the Arnold, they will have commentary that's going to help you understand the shows and things like that as well. From what I've heard this year, what they've got for bodybuilding segments is they have Janet Leong is actually doing the female version part of the actual show, along with a couple of guys as well. But Janet's actually going to be commentating for the female portion, for the bikini portion at least, which is good because now you got somebody who's actually an active competitor who understands the sport. So hopefully that means our commentary at the show will be a little bit better than what we've had in the past, right? For those of you that have followed along here, this past year's Arnold, there was a lot of criticism about the actual commentary because it was done by somebody who hasn't actively competed in years, right? She's still a part of the industry, that kind of thing, but the actual commentary was stuff that was from years ago, really from years ago. And it was very vanilla, that kind of thing, and didn't really tell you a whole lot and told you a lot of wrong information as well. So I'm hoping that this year, now that they've got Janet doing it, we're going to see a lot more quality commentating, right? She knows all these girls. She's competed with all of them. She can talk and speak about each one of the girls that's on that stage. So I'm actually really looking forward to that. Hoping she does a good job. I think it's a really smart move to bring somebody in who is a active competitor, or at least active in the industry as it is now, that kind of thing. So I'm excited about that. So what I need from you guys is, those of you that are not going to the Arnold, get the pay-per-view and let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about that commentary, right? Last year, we did a wrap-up of the Arnold, and we talked about those kinds of things, and we did a whole video talking about the commentary and fixing some of the things that were talked about, talking about some of the criteria that was not correct, things like that, right? So I want you guys paying attention, right? Whenever we do these live feeds, it's always my goal to help you guys learn, help you guys learn what you need to know going forward. So since I'm going to be there in person and I'm not going to hear the actual commentary, I need to lean on you. So I want you guys to be taking notes. Okay. I know you will anyway. You do every year for me anyway. So I want you guys taking notes. Yes, it makes me happy too. Yes, we can amen to that. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, I'm hoping they go in a little deeper. I do understand that they have to be politically correct on the commentary. I get that. I totally understand that. They can't be controversial, things like that. But I would like to hear more in-depth commentary. I know that they have Fuad Abiyad doing some of the men, and he does his own podcast, and he talks about these men all the time. He is a male bodybuilder himself. I think he just recently retired. So he does a really good job of that. Dennis James, same thing. He has his own podcast. He talks about these guys all the time. So they always get really good in-depth commentary for the men. I'm hoping by the fact that they brought Janet in this year, I hope that means we're going to get some of that for the women as well. So that is what I am crossing my fingers for, right? So I need you guys, yes, I'll be on it. Yes, I need you guys to be on it for me. I need you guys to be on it for me because I'm going to give my own 2 cents, obviously, next week when we get back. At some point, we'll sit down and we'll do an actual live feed and go through what I saw. And I want to hear from you what you guys heard and what you guys saw as well. Okay. Now that gets us into our next topic here. So as of tomorrow, we are moving from this space to our new space, our new studio, our new house, all of that. So we are going to be in a little bit of a disarray for the next, week or so because we move tomorrow. I leave for the Arnold the following day, all of that. So this will be our last live feed until we get back from the Arnold. So this is why I am really hammering home this point that I need you guys to be on top of things for me. Take down notes. I mean, I'm serious about this. Like when we get back next week and I get on live, I want to hear everything you guys had to say. Okay. I want to hear everything you guys had to say. Thank you. So I want to hear what you think about how the commentary and how the show actually went, all of that. And of course, like I said, I will give you my 2 cents as well. But this is your homework for this week. All right. And I want to hear it from all the female divisions. Okay. Now, with that, what do you guys want to see when I'm at the Arnold? What do you want me to film? Now, I'm not going to be able to go live. I honestly probably could for like the expo stuff, but I want to get good quality video, stuff that I can put up into video for you guys when I get on here with you. So what do you guys want to see? What do you guys want me to film? Now, obviously, if you're getting the pay-per-view, you're going to get all that. You're going to get all that stage stuff, right? So what else? What else is there that you would like me to report on? Go ahead and type it in. Tell me what you'd like me to report on. Of course, you'll hear all about Devin, of course. She's going to be my main focal point. Don't worry. Cuties behind the scenes. So that brings up a good point. So we do have a lot of girls that are going. Now, obviously, we have Devin competing in the Wellness International. However, we have a ton of cuties actually going to the Arnold itself. So if you are on this live feed, I mentioned this to my sponsored girls a little bit earlier. If you're on this live feed and you're one of my girls, one of my clients, we are going to be meeting on Friday and taking a big group picture. I don't know yet when. We're going to do it though. Probably that afternoon because that's the time frame when everybody will be in town. So probably in the afternoon, I would say maybe before the night show, maybe around 5 or so, something along that line, by the big Arnold statue. Okay. I will make that clear on my Insta stories here for you guys. So who's going? Who's going to the Arnold? Let me know. Tell me right now in the comments so I can be paying attention for you. Tell me who's going. We're going to do a big cutie picture on Friday. Okay. And again, the time is TBA, but it'll probably be around 5 o'clock or so on Friday. Sometime in between like the expo and finals time frame. Okay. There we go. We got a me right there. Who else is going? There's a me. Yes, I knew about you. Going. Love it. All right. Awesome. So be paying attention to my Insta stories. I'm going to do as much coverage as I can from the Insta stories, but kind of tell you where and when and what we're doing, One of the things that I do when I'm at these shows as well is I do try to stay kind of in the moment. So that's why I'm asking you guys also what you want me to cover, like as far as what you want me to actually film, so that when I get back, I can kind of put it all together too, right? What access do you have as a VIP? I'm not sure what you mean. So I'm just so excited about this. It's my first major show that I'm going to. Oh yeah, you're going to have a blast. Gonna have a blast. There you go. Yeah. You already know my Photoshop. Yes, I know your Photoshop plan already. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be good. So yeah, I'm gonna get as much stuff as I can for you guys. Oh, I think I know what you mean by VIP. All the VIP pass does for me is it gets me better seats. That's all it does. Doesn't like get me in anything special or nothing like that. I just get to get better seats. That's all. So the comments here. Oh yeah, no. They limit that. All right, so who else is going? Okay, caught up in the comments. Sorry, I was getting lost between the two. So be ready for that on Friday. What else? What else do you guys want to see? What else do you want me to film? Well, I'm waiting for you guys to type in. The cool thing about this is this show will kind of set the tone for what the judges are going to be rewarding this year. So that's why it's so important to watch this, right? We've heard that they're going to be pulling the criteria back. We've heard they're going to be rewarding a little bit softer, a little bit rounder, a little bit fuller, that kind of thing. This show will be a good determining factor of that. See if that actually happens, right? You got in your email yet for your VIP lanyard? I just have my I have my little QR code that you go and just redeem. So I have my little QR code. You should have a QR code if you bought the tickets. You should have a little QR code that you can go and just redeem your stuff when you get there. That's what I have. It's in my little Apple Wallet on my phone. So, but yeah, so this show really will set the tone for the rest of the year. So, one of the things that I actually really liked about the Arnold this past year was that it was in September and it was actually beautiful out and it was gorgeous outside. So I'm not thrilled about going back to Columbus in March. But with that said, the purpose behind the Arnold is to kind of set the criteria for the year. So I am very, very curious to see how this is going to play out. Very, very curious to see how this is going to play out. So I'm gonna look at that thing. Yeah, I got it immediately when I bought my ticket. So if you bought your ticket and you got a receipt from your purchase, you should have it right in there. You should be able to click on the link and open it up. Yeah. Yeah, bring your coat. I know. Well, the good thing is too, and here's a little pro tip for you guys too, for those of you that are ever going to plan on going to the Arnold, get a hotel that's attached to the convention center. Reserve your hotel as soon as you are able to reserve your hotel. Like literally as soon as the Arnold's over with, reserve it for next year. I'm not even kidding when I say that, because they sell out like that. But it's so worth being connected to the convention center because there are so many things going on. There's a ton of people there for the actual convention itself, the actual expo itself, but there's also other stuff going on in the city of Columbus. So if you get a hotel that's off somewhere else out of the main area, it's going to take you an hour and a half to get downtown and get to the actual convention center. So people think they're going to save money by getting a hotel somewhere else. You actually end up spending more because you're getting Ubers back and forth or you're paying for parking and you waste a lot of time in traffic. So pro tip, get a hotel that's attached to the convention center, even if it's more expensive than going outside of the greater Columbus area. And then you don't ever have to walk outside. Then you don't ever have to walk outside the convention center and you don't have to worry about the cold. That's it. You're good. What's the name of the hotel attached? I'm going to for Sunday, no, right? There's a bunch. There's actually a bunch that are connected, and a bunch of them are connected by tunnels too, like walkways. So, like the Hilton is the main host hotel for the athletes, so that one fills up really, really fast. And the Hyatt is right across from that, and that's the one I always end up getting. And there's a bunch of them that are still the Drury Inn, which is a crappy hotel, but it's attached. Doesn't matter. There was one year we had 8 girls in one room at the Drury Inn. I was like, you do what you got to do. But we were barely even there. We were there to sleep, and that was it, which we didn't do a whole lot of. So whatever. First time in prep, how do you manage food meals while staying in a hotel? The food is what I'm thinking about. Well, that's a whole live feed in and of itself, but I get meal delivery service. So I have my trifecta that I bring with me. And then I also get Instacart. So Instacart's a grocery shopping app. So I get groceries delivered to my hotel. That's how I do it. Yeah, microwaves you can request. A lot of hotels have microwaves. All of them have refrigerators, basically, and most of them have microwaves, or at least they'll have a community microwave or something where you can go heat stuff up, like down in the front desk area or gift shop area or something like that. Yeah, especially in prep. Yes, I can't wait to watch the Arnold. I know it's gonna be a lot of fun. And again, for me, it's kind of a nostalgic thing because this is the very first bodybuilding show I ever went to, was the Arnold back in 2010. So, it's gonna be fun. It's one of those things where I always enjoy going back to the Arnold just to kind of be amongst the bodybuilding fans, you know. Mini fridges, microwaves, and lots of baggies. There's that too. I find that doing meal prep services and meal delivery services tend to be the best bet. I take a bunch of meals with me. But I don't like to pack a lot of little baggies, things like that. I've done that in the past. I have done that. I don't like to do that though, because it weighs so much that it weighs my whole freaking bag down. So now that we've got the apps where you can actually get groceries delivered, I just have fresh food delivered to the hotel. Like, I'll bring my main meals and then I'll get the foods delivered to my room. So funny story about that, actually, because I have Instacart and I go to Orlando and to Tampa all the time for shows. So I went to Tampa for the Tampa Pro and put in my grocery order. And my shopper was like, okay, it's here. Dropped it off at the hotel and took a picture of it at the front desk. And I was like, oh, you're in Orlando. I didn't update my location. And they went to the Orlando hotel, the Hyatt in Orlando versus the Hyatt in Tampa. So I had to cancel that order. It's like, oops. Oh, well. Oh, well. Hot Topic. Hot Logic bags are amazing if you bring your food and it heats up slowly. Yeah, I've heard about Hot Logic bags too. I've not used them, but people do. Yeah, people do like them. Yes. Yeah, Instacart is amazing. I use Instacart for everything. Every time I travel, I use Instacart. Works out really, really well. But yeah, so it's going to be a fun time. I'm curious to see how big the expo is going to be this year. I don't think it's going to be as big and as crazy as it has been in years past. But I do think it's going to be pretty substantial. So I'm kind of excited to see what comes back to Ohio this year. Any questions, again, that you guys want me to pay attention to on there? This is your chance. This is your chance to ask, because like I said, this is going to be my last live feed before I head out. So same here. Instacart makes it easy to get your food and water, especially when flying. Yep. 100%. I get water delivered. I get my energy drinks. I get coffee delivered. I get actual Starbucks coffee delivered, like the bags. And I make that in the coffee pot in the hotel so that I have actual real coffee in the morning. Oh yeah, it's definitely going to be bigger than last year. Last year was like five booths. It was like nothing last year. It's like, okay, we walk 5 feet, we're done. Yeah, but it was still fun. Yeah, just download Instacart. Instacart's great. And it's pretty much every major grocery store chain and stuff in every area that you go to. Yeah. Anything else you guys want me to pay attention to on there? Of course, I'm going to be paying attention to Devin. That was the big one that everybody wanted. Of course. Anything else? And like I said, you guys, I want to hear your 2 cents on the commentary and on the criteria. I want to hear what you guys have to say. And I'm really going to focus in on the differences between what you see on the commentary, or I'm sorry, what you see on the pay-per-view versus what you see live, because it is not the same when you're there in person versus what you see on video, right? It depends on the lighting, it depends on the video, it depends on the angles, all those kinds of things. So I want to hear all your good things and bad things to say when it comes to this stuff. Okay. Any other questions, you guys, before we head to this weekend? So just again, some housekeeping details. I am moving as of tomorrow. So this is our last live feed until we get back from the Arnold. Okay. Going forward, if you have a in-person studio session with me, posing session, they are going to be at the new studio, the new house. Okay. So you will be getting an updated confirmation that includes the new address so that you know where you're going. It is still definitely very, I don't say under construction because it's not really under construction, but it's still very much in the works of being finished. So bear with our dust, basically. We're getting there. You know, moving after living in the same place for 8 years is a task in and of itself, let alone renovations and stuff. So I talked about Alice and Testu in our preview. So go back and check that video out from last week. Good luck with you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I hate moving. I absolutely hate it, but it has to be done. It's okay. I'm really excited to be settled into the new house. So I'm just trying to keep that in the back of my head. But yeah, I did a whole preview on all of the bikini girls last week. So if you take a scroll through my videos from last week, you'll find that. The thumbnail on it is of Jennifer Dory from when she won this past year. Okay, any other questions, guys? All right, so like I said, watch my Insta stories. I will keep you guys updated there for anything that you might need. I will be doing some hair and makeup for people there for photo shoots and looks like for like the evening shows and things like that too. So if you guys need looks or anything like that, I am available for that as well. Go ahead and shoot me a quick email at CutieCare. Click the contact button here on this Instagram profile. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. If it's not already, our Show Day Glam link will be updated very shortly with our shows through till September. So take a look at that if you need to book your hair and makeup for shows. That's coming up. I'm trying to think of just some basic housekeeping stuff that I can just rattle off since I won't be back for a week. I think that's everything. Right? We are off to a very fast start already this year, you guys. It's going to get quick and fast and fun. So I'm really looking forward to it. This past Sundays with Shawn was a lot of fun. Had a ton of girls, ton of brand new competitors, which I love. We are growing very, very fast in the sport in general. So I'm really excited for what this year is going to bring for us as cuties and as competitors. It's going to be a fun year. So I'm really, really excited to get this weekend started off and see how this direction of these divisions are going to go. It's going to be fun. All right, that's it, you guys. I'm going to let you go. I got a lot of stuff to do over here to try and get everything kind of packed up as best I can. And then I head out to the Arnold bright and early Wednesday morning. So I will be there all weekend through till Sunday. We will do a group picture if you're one of my girls on Friday. I will let you know the time inside of our Insta stories and our posts. So pay attention. Hit me up if you're there. Make sure you come say hi. If you've never met me and you want to come say hi to me, come say hi to me. I'm a very nice person, I promise. Yes, I'm excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. The Arnold always is. The Arnold is one of my favorite shows every year. I always have a blast. It is so much fun. So I can't wait. Yay. All right, you guys, I'm going to let y'all go. And thank you for the happy moving. Appreciate it. I just want to be settled in the new house. I just want to be settled. But that's not going to happen for a while. It's okay. A few more weeks. We're good. Almost there. All right, you guys, have a great night, and I'll keep in touch as we go through this week, and I'll see you back here next Monday. Okay? We're going to say goodnight on Instagram first, and then on YouTube.